The Ministry of Finance will receive the highest allocation of $134.9 million of the recurrent budget, whilst the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development will receive the second highest allocation of $68 million or 15.3%. The 2016-2017 national budget was presented by Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit at the first meeting of the second session of the 9th Parliament under the Commonwealth of Dominica Constitution on Tuesday. In delivering the budget, Prime Minister Skerrit, who is also the Minister of Finance, noted that the sum of $134.9 million includes an amount of $77.2 million to facilitate payment of interest, sinking fund, and debt.
Interest payments are estimated at $25.1 million, while a sum of $52.1 million is expected to be spent for debt amortization and sinking fund contribution. The amount of $32 million is allocated for retiring benefits to public officers, gratuities to officers on contract, the payment of compassionate allowance, and to meet payment of non-contributory pensions to senior citizens over the age of 70.
And Skerrit noted that the expenditure on education will increase in 2016-2017 due to increased provisions for maintenance and repairs to both primary and secondary school buildings. And he said government will also continue to provide support to education at all levels, from early childhood to tertiary level.
The Ministry of Health and the Environment will receive $54.8 million or 12.3% of the total. Provision is being made for filling a number of positions in an effort to provide improved quality healthcare services.
And he also announced that the Ministry of Justice, Immigration and National Security will receive an allocation of $46.9 million or 10.6% of the total, whilst the Ministry of Public Works and Ports is allocated $31 million or 7% of recurrent expenditure.
Ministry of Social Services is allocated $22.4 million or 5%. Government is allocating an amount of $4.2 million to provide for payment of displacement allowance to people who were displaced by Tropical Storm Erika.
Prime Minister Skerrit informed that the largest component of the recurrent budget, in the amount of $160.4 million, is for meeting personal emoluments, which is made up of salaries, wages, and allowances. Goods and services account for $108.9 million or 24% of the total. And the sum of $93.1 million or 21% is estimated for transfers and subsidies inclusive of retiring benefits.